Welcome to the show. We came live. Just came to let y'all know. I need to shave. I see that. I just came to let y'all know that my Raven shoes are here. You know what I'm saying? What I like about them, they say Raven all over. They don't just say Raven in one part. They say Raven all over. So it don't matter what kind of pants I'm wearing. You're going to be able to see that I'm wearing Raven gear. So, I got them on today for the show, but we're going to wear them to the doctors. We're going to wear them to the doctors on Wednesday. Y'all see, got my Miami Heat shirt on. And we got our Miami Heat cap on. Those people that follow me know that before I got sick, if I wasn't wearing Polo by Ralph Lauren, I was either wearing Miami Heat, Baltimore Orioles, or Baltimore Ravens. Y'all can look at any of my videos. You're going to see me wearing one of the four. And I was fortunate that before I got sick and had to stop working, that I actually bought nice clothes. I used to go out every Wednesday. I worked 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. But I was off on Wednesday. And Wednesday was my night to go out. And I used to go out every Wednesday. I would spend the week setting up a date, scouring the internet to find different places to go. When you work 12 hours a day, you ain't got time to spend your money. That's why I always had money. No kids. And even though I had to work, there was always a bunch of hustle boys hanging out front. I used to look just as good as they did. I actually asked them. This was back in 2012, 2010. I said, what is something that you can buy that probably won't go out of style? And they told me, teams, unless the team leave, teams will always be in style. Sports teams, baseball, hockey, football, basketball. Teams will always be in style. And they said, Ralph Lauren will always be in style. That's what the young boys told me in 2012. And that's why all my clothes are one of those four. And like I said, you know, they've lasted. Had this stuff since 2013. It lasted. It's still wearable. Ain't faded. I might can iron it. I'm too lazy to iron. I'll admit it. I'm too lazy to iron. But we definitely went for broke this month. We definitely went for broke. I ain't complaining though. So I can't wait till Wednesday. We're gonna have one of the new sweatshirts. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna wear the hoodie or the starter jacket. Depends on if it's cold or not. If it's cold, I'll wear the starter jacket. If not, I'll wear the hoodie. They haven't shipped the new cap yet. The skull cap is shipped. I don't know if it'll get here before Wednesday. Remember, we got doctor's appointment on Wednesday and we got one on Friday. So we got one on both days. So, like I said, we got one on both days. So, this week. So, like I say, I'm gonna take it easy the next 2 days. I might go out for a bike ride. We went out last night. Yeah, we went out last night. It's a beautiful day out here. I really don't need nothing. I might take the night off. I gotta say, I love my new shoes. They are cute. There they are. And they say Raven all over them. Man, where you go? They say Raven all over them. So, I like them. So I can't wait till Wednesday. We're going to wear them outside. I could wear them when I go out tomorrow, but I want it to be special. So we're going to wear them. We go to the doctor's office. It'd be nice if the new sunglasses came, but we'll wear the old ones. The old ones ain't nothing but 2 weeks old. The Ravens cap that we have, I had that thing since I think 2014. That thing had it. It didn't seen better days. It literally has seen better days. It definitely has seen better days. But hopefully the cap will come before Wednesday. I doubt it. I don't think they're going to ship it yet. I know the new skull cap. You know, a skull cap is like this. This is a skull cap with a baseball hat brim on it. It's still a skull cap. You know, you put it down over your ears and supposed to keep you warm. But you know, a baseball cap is supposed to keep the sun shines. That's why they wearing. Keep the sun shines. It ain't supposed to protect your head. Oh, the new mittens came today too. Yeah, it ain't cold enough for the mittens. I left them in the package. I ain't even taking them out the package. I left them in the package. It ain't cold enough for them yet. You know, that's what I bought them for. It ain't cold enough for the mittens yet. Like I said, I got the new shoes on now. Just to show y'all. I'm going to put them right back in the closet. They are nice. Worth every penny. I'm hoping the new camera will be here Wednesday. Before we had to leave. It's supposed to be here Wednesday. Our doctor appointment is on Wednesday. If it get here before 12, we'll be using it. If not, we'll use the old one. I haven't seen it on the I haven't seen the video on the 32-inch yet, but I've seen it on the big screen. The video don't look bad from last night. So we probably gonna be showing that. Like I said, I really don't expect nobody to be here because you know, I know we don't come on this early, but just want to let y'all know that the shoes got here. I'm doing laundry right now. The last of it is in the dryer. Dryer hose right here. See how it's coming out the apartment and blowing the hot air right on me while I'm sitting out here. Just sitting out here chilling. I'm really enjoying Ink Master. Y'all remember that I bought those thick steaks? Well, it's like this big, this thick. I cut it in half, and then I got the steak knife. And I'm glad I bought a set of them. I broke the steak knife on the steak. I was chopping it up, hacking it up, stretching it out, because it's this thick. So I fried it about one or two this morning. I can only eat a little bit of it. That boy is thick. And I beat it up, and I chopped it up, and I hemmed it up. That boy is still thick. But I make a mean steak. Oh, I got a phone call. Hold on. And you figure out what you want to do. The devil change them. But guess what? They can't see me on Wednesday now. So now instead of having a doctor's appointment on Wednesday and Friday, we got them doubled up on Friday. We got them doubled up. So that should be enough time for the new cap to get here, the new camera to get here. So we should have a nice trip to the doctors. Also, I could have saved some money. I bought 3 sweatshirts. I only need to buy one. I told you I bought one for each doctor appointment. One of them got moved to next month, and I could have just bought one next month. Wednesday got moved to Friday, so I only needed one shirt. I ain't complaining though. I ain't complaining at all. Well, like I said, I just came live to show y'all my new shoes. And I'll show them to you again. Show them to y'all again. Just wanted to show the new shoes. And like I said, might be on later on with the footage from the bike ride from last night. Might be live with the 360 footage. So, y'all have a great night. I mean, Yeah, y'all have a great day. It's daytime. It's early. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace, everybody. I'm out. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, somebody's still here. Tommy TR says neat looking shoes, but just so you know, go. Man, don't nobody care about them Green Bay crackers. Don't nobody care about the Green Gay crackers, okay? Ain't nobody lost on the Patriots, okay? No, nobody like the Pittsburgh Squealers. Hey, if they win the Super Bowl this year, you know some teams, it's hard to get that stench off of them. The stench of failure. You know, you sat there. I watched the game yesterday with Tom Brady. They said both of them teams was in the playoffs last year, and neither team could score to save their life. I'm like, what the heck? I had to turn the game off. I was so sorry. I said, man, but I tell you, I don't know what happened to Tom Brady, but I'm glad he fell, because we had to play him last week. We had to play him last week. I'm glad he fell. Tom Brady put us in first place in our division. I don't know what happened to the Steelers. The Steelers on that last leg. I almost feel sorry for them. And the Bengals, they always choke. Go sit down. I'm just starting to get caught up. I found this app on the PC that lets you see regular TV, but it also, if you get a VPN, you can see A&E, you can see ESPN, Showtime, BBC. I'm surprised they haven't shut that app down. I'm surprised they ain't shut it down. But I was watching the football yesterday. I ain't got the patience for commercials. I would switch over and watch an episode of Ink Master during the commercials. And I have them both on the projector screen. And I would just go down and highlight. I had them both on the Brave web browser. And I would just go down there and just highlight the mouse and see, was it still on commercial? If it was still on commercial, we kept watching the Ink Master. When it came back, we went back and watched the game. I got that kind of luck where I turn back and it'd be like touchdown and I get to see it. I got that kind of luck. Interception. But yeah, I watched the game yesterday. You said I usually watch the NFL channel highlights, reels on YouTube, like 10 minutes of highlights per game. I like watching. But some people, I like the drama. See, I don't get into all the names, and I don't get into who on the team, and I don't get into all that crap. I could care less. When somebody put that uniform on, I want you to play like a Raven. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care who you got to clip. I don't care who you got to run over. Win. That's all I ask. I don't care who playing. I don't care about no names. I know Lamar Jackson, the quarterback. And it's a couple guys that got crazy names, Demontio something, I don't know. All I ask is, play like a Raven. I don't care who on the team. Just play like a Raven. Now, if it's an individual sport, like wrestling or UFC, or then I'll get to know your name. But team sports, the people are interchangeable. Somebody will play 1 week and get injured, and you won't see him for 3 or 4 weeks. I don't take the time. Somebody on this team this year, you start to like them, then they go to another team that's your enemy the next. I leave that alone. I ain't gonna have nobody post on my wall. You know, if you was to have, we'll take my team. I see so many people that got Todd Heap jersey on. So many people got walking around with Ray Lewis jerseys. They not playing no more. You know, I got a Ray Rice jersey. After he beat up his fiance, he was done. I got that jersey, and it's a 5X. I got that for $25. Couldn't nobody do nothing with it, Tommy. Nobody wanted it. I was in the market the other day, and the guy was asking me about the Raven. I think that's what made me start buying all that gear. Cause he was asking me questions about the team. I'm looking at him like, man, I need to update my wardrobe. I'm wearing Miami Heat right now. I don't know who on the team. I know LeBron ain't there. Dwayne Wade's still there. I couldn't name not one player on the Orioles. People say you ain't no real fan. I'm like, I got sick. I ain't got time to be worrying about no damn football, no baseball. You know, you said the only jersey you have currently is an old Charles Woodson jersey, still proud to wear it. I say it again. I'm not going to ever go to a game. Even if somebody give me tickets, I won't go to the game. I'm not paying no $10 for no drink. I ain't paying $8 for a box of popcorn. I don't want to sit around 30,000 other people. I'd rather sit home and watch it on my 100-inch screen. And go to the bathroom when I want to go to the bathroom. And go get something to eat when I want to go get something to eat. You know? But I buy the gear and I ride around on my bike and I advertise and I remind people. And hopefully they'll go to the games. And hopefully they'll buy some gear. That's how I support the team. All three of them. Hopefully they'll see me wearing it. And you know, monkey see, monkey do. Somebody see you wearing something, they gotta wear it. Y'all know that the market we go to, it's in blue collar Caucasian community. And you'll see somebody, they'll have the hat on. They'll have a shirt on. They'll have a jacket. but never more than one thing. I got the idea, what if you put it all together? But you always see somebody with one. When I went downstairs to get the shoes, rather than bring the boxes up, I tore them up and put them in the trash can, and I sat down there, and as usual, when I go somewhere, people follow. So people saw the shoes and came in, asking questions. One of the guys, he had a Raven shirt on. But it looked like it was a polo shirt, and it just had Raven right here. I hadn't seen one of them yet. He said he got it from a thrift store. But like I said to myself, what if you got everything? Instead of just even having a hat or a shirt or a coat or gloves or shoes. You know, we got Raven socks in there too. I got Oreo socks in there. I got Miami Heat socks in there. What if you had the whole get up? You said prices are crazy. My brother is an usher in Green Bay, so I got to go to a Packer game on him, the only other football game too. Yeah, I've never gone to a football game. I ain't got no desire to. I have no desire. I can go to the football game and I'm the only person there. I go. I'm satisfied to watch it on TV. From the comfort of my bed. The P-Walks. The P-Walks versus the New York Get Out of Here. Yeah. Tell them Jacks to get on out of here. I know he's oh, I love you, son. Tell everybody in Minnesota, get to hiking. The both of them football teams in LA, tell them, no way, Jose. Oh, shucks. Tell the fans in Texas, tell them teams to stop fighting, because there ain't no Titans. Oh, they're not there no more. Aren't they in Tennessee now? Are they wait a minute, are they the Tennessee Titans now? Way these teams move around. You can't even tell the way these teams move around. You know, everybody know about Cam Newton and them pansies. Aren't they the North Carolina Pansies? Man, we used to sit around and make up names for all the teams. You said TV works, I used to just listen to the Packers games while I do other things around the house. One thing about watching the Raven game, it give you a heart attack, man. The Houston Spoilers became the Tennessee Frightens. I got news for you. The Texas Titans sound better than Houston Oilers. They should have been the Houston Heavyweights, the Houston Hitmen, the Houston Handymen. But like I say, I don't have no problem being a Ravens fan. We got 20. I'm sorry, I said 20. We got 2 Super Bowls in the last 20 years. They're a team that ain't had a Super Bowl in 50 years. My Baltimore Orioles ain't had a World Series since I was 13 years old. I'm 52 now. Subtract 13 from 52. If we don't win the World Series next year, we've been and gone 40 years without winning the World Series. Thank God for the Ravens. At least we had 2 Super Bowls. There are 2 generations that don't know what it's like to have a World Series bash in Baltimore. You said now they got the Houston Texans? You said, I remember the Orioles being competitive with the Brewers in the early 80s. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what happened. I just don't know what happened with the franchise. You know, I still rock the colors. But, you know, when I was little, now see, I've never gone to a football game before. But I've gone to baseball games. In 1983, I saw the Orioles twice before they won the World Series. I saw them twice. And in 2013 or 14, I had to go look. The place I was working at, they had this deal. If you bought a certain amount of something, they give you free tickets. And so, us being employees, we just went on and just made up something, right? And we got free tickets. And we went to the Orioles game, and that was my first time in Camden Yards. And I gotta say, it was okay. We had the cheap seats. We was way up in the nosebleed. I mean, we was way up and all the way off to the side. There wasn't no chance to catch no ball. Wasn't nobody gonna hit the ball that far. We had no chance of getting no baseball from somebody hitting it. We was way up. But I had a good time. I hate to say it. I had a good time. You say you went to way more baseball games than football games. My dad was a baseball fan. Took me and my brother pretty often. It was a good time. My memory is kind of shortening, but I believe my stepfather did take me to a Baltimore Colts game at Memorial Stadium. The stadium got knocked down, and it's a YMCA right now. But y'all seen me ride by that stadium many a day, especially in the old neighborhood before I moved here, because the market is a couple blocks. The Giants we used to go to is a couple blocks from there, and we was always going around. But that used to be the old stadium. And believe it or not, as a teenager, I used to work cleaning the stadium. And I was able to see a couple games that way too. You'd be surprised at what you come across in life. And the things you've seen, the things you've done. You know, people be like, oh, you did that? Oh, you went there? We're like, yeah. That's why you can't judge people. You should listen to them first and then make your decision, rather than go at first glance. You know? Somebody's mad at me right now because I was making jokes about going into, you know, mostly areas that white people hang in. I was joking, but I wasn't lying. One wrong move, I'm in trouble. And who gonna come help me? One wrong move, that's all it takes. One wrong move, one innuendo, that's all it takes. I'm taking y'all in the back net. You don't see nobody look like us back there. If you do, they working. They cooking, cleaning, doing some landscaping. A couple of times we seen the FedEx officers. Look at the videos. You don't see nobody out there lollygagging and hanging out. When we ride through 36th Street and I show you the people sitting outside eating, I can count on my hand, and we've been going out there for over a year. We've been going out there at least 3 times a week. I can count on my hand how many black people I saw out there eating. I'm being honest. Don't get mad. Truth with the truth. That's why it's dangerous to go out there. But if you go out there, you keep moving, you buying your business, most people don't mess with you. You say you find yourself in some very interesting positions, most usually finding a way to peace. Most people are good. Yes they are. You know, that's why you can't judge. But just the other day, when I took y'all to the stream and we was behind them buildings and they had businesses back there, you saw it was a lady standing there. That lady stood there the whole time we were there. I kept panning the camera over the shore. She was watching me like a hawk. We standing there on a riverbank. What the heck are we gonna do? We standing on the riverbank on the e-bike. What are we gonna do? One thing you know for sure, don't no black folk want to get on no boat. Spend enough time coming over here on the boat. The heck are we gonna do with the riverbank? You say you think communication might be a big part of the solution. Well, that's why I make sure I make a lot of noise. I make sure I make a lot of noise and I tell you what I'm doing so you ain't gotta come ask me. I make sure I'm very loud. Yeah, y'all, I want to show y'all the waterfront. Check out the water right here, y'all. There's 83 right there. Yeah, watch the video. See how loud I am. I make sure they know what I'm doing. Somebody know what you're doing, they ain't got to bother you. I know what he's doing. He just don't know that he don't go about business. You know, I didn't realize it until we actually got up on it. You know, it was crates and stuff near that bridge. And I had gone over there because the railings was blocking y'all from seeing the water. So I went to the edge and then we could peer in. From the edge, we could peer in. I didn't realize it was a lot of pallets and crates right there. They might have thought I was trying to steal some. I don't know where I'm going to put it on the bike at. But some young dude came out there and was looking, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with some daggone pallets? I'm on an electric bike. What am I gonna do with some pallets? I mean, I was like, really? I'm on the bike, but you know what a pallet is, right? Them big wooden things you put stuff on, and you use the crane to lift it up, and put it on the truck, take it off the ship, and you put it on the truck. Use the forklift. What was I going to do with some pallets? I'm just going to drag some pallets on the e-bike down the road, and nobody not going to say, hey boy, what you doing? Ain't nobody going to stop me and say, what the hell are you doing? I understand. You said different cultures are one of the most interesting parts of life. I agree. But like I said, we be going out. The places where, the only time you see minorities out there is if somebody got lucky enough to get a great job and live out there, or they out there working, landscaping, the maid, the butler. That day I got stranded. They could have killed me and left me in the weed. Who would have found me? The place, the property that we was in front of, they had an electrified fence. The place where we broke down at and were stranded for hours, they had an electrified gate. If they got an electrified gate, how many guns they got in the house? Somebody thought, oh, listen. You that paranoid, you living out there in nowhere, and you got an electrified gate. How many guns they got in the house? One wrong move. Wrong word said. Yeah. You said that does suck. I'm sorry you had to feel under suspicion. That's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling, but you get used to it. You actually get used to it. Believe it or not. That's why I say, young folk nowadays, when I was coming up, they made us watch Roots and shows like that. Mandingo. The Underground Railroad. We had to watch them shows. Now these kids, they might come across it on a streaming service and be laughing. It's real. Especially if you live in the South. Man. Every time you go out the door, ain't no guarantee you coming back. That's got to be a hard way to live. Every time you go out the door, you don't know you're coming home. You could be getting off work, walking down the road. Next morning, they find you hanging somewhere. That's a hard way to live. But they survived it, and things have got better. You said you seen Roots. Wow, that was a harsh reality. It's really hard to, when you hear people talking about people going to prison and how they're at the mercy of the prison system. Prisoners have rights. Slaves had no rights. So if you think prisoners get treated badly, a slave would love to be a prisoner. And see, people always want you to brush it under the rug and forget. I ain't never had to deal with none of that. Ain't nothing for me to, it ain't nothing for me to forgive. But I know one antichrist, one popular politician can bring it back. I ain't gonna forget. All you need is a good politician. Hold on a second, I'll get the body armor out the dryer. Hope they melted. I'm outside running my dang on mouth. I hope the body armor ain't out. Alright, there's one right there. Alright, that's the elbow pads. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at that. Look at that. Look there. And then look there. Look at that. Body armor melting. I call it body armor. I think we got everything from out of there. What else is in there? Alright, there's the head, there's the gloves, there's the razor legs, put that on the floor. Alright. Soda ain't cold no more. If y'all thought I was joking, I told you I could only eat half of it, and I cut it in half. This is the steak I was telling you about. Look at how thick it is. Tell me that boy ain't thick. People thought I was exaggerating. Boys is I couldn't even eat it. Be right back. Hold on. Grab the tobacco pouch from in here. Yeah, both of the bottles are out in the front. Alrighty, I'm back. The screen that fell down again. What else in there? I ordered some double-sided tape. It'll be here in a couple days. I ordered some new double-sided tape. It keeps falling down. See it dangling? Look, it's coming off of that side too. We ain't getting no mercy. They treating us like Percy. But it's okay. I got the new double-sided tape coming. I ordered it last night. Should be here Wednesday or Thursday. And we're going to go ahead and just redo it. And then Mother Nature will knock it down again. You said, I'm part Ojibwa myself. They also went through a difficult reality. What do you suppose is the cause of these types of events? The quest for power? I believe it started out as a need. And then, it was like we went this far, go all the way. You had the colonists. See, people want to just talk about the slavery in America. Nobody don't want to talk about the slavery the Arabs did. The Arabs were more crueler than the white folk were. When the Europeans got into slavery, some of the slaves were happy to go with the Europeans. If you could survive a boat ride, you was going to work the rest of your life for free. But at least you could marry, you could have kids. You understand what I'm saying? Arabs got 10 times as many slaves as anybody else on the planet. And some of you say, well, why ain't that many black people in the Middle East? You know why? Because the first thing they did after they paid for you, before you moved the inch, they cut your sexual organs out. The men's penises were cut off, and the women's vaginas was dug out before they took a step. And then they had to walk miles through the desert, chained up. The reason why the Arabs bought so many is because they killed half of them and they never came out of the desert to make their home. Them Arabs wasn't playing. You ain't knocking up my kids. People talk about Hitler. Why nobody ain't talking about the Arabs? People talk about Hitler. Hitler didn't kill a tenth of the people that the Arabs killed. And I'm talking about since 1500. Not 1900 and something. I'm talking about since 1500. Imagine getting your genitals cut off. And they take a hot coal and they put it on a pair of tongs and they put it in a hole where your genitals used to be. And that was the seal, and let it cool off, and that was the seal. And then you had to walk hundreds of miles in chains. Imagine having your stuff cut out and then having a burning searing coal stuck inside you. And then you had to walk. Oh, it was... You had to walk through the hot desert till you got to wherever you were going to. That's why I said half of them didn't make it. And the Arabs didn't care. They came back and bought some more. And bought more. And bought more. And bought more. They were determined. And this is the crazy part. They had harems. But all the black women didn't have nothing inside the box. They took it out. They didn't want no babies, no heirs. The reason why we all different shades, at least the American and UK plantation owners did let them keep the coochies. I said, you talk about Hitler wanting to be pure. Arab said, no, we stand pure. That's why I don't understand how come they don't get no press. I don't get it. You said it was laziness. Yeah, pretty much, but think about it. You had a whole country. And you had some colonists that came over. Somebody had to knock the trees down. Somebody had to clear out the swamps and the bushes, and somebody had to make the roads. Somebody had to build the house that you guys have to live in. And you were right, it was laziness. But what they did was, those that could afford it, they paid poor people from the UK. They paid them. I'll pay your way over here. You work for me for 7 years. I'll give you a piece of land. I'll help you build a little house. I'll give you some farming tools. And then you work till you can afford to do the same. A lot of people forget that in America, the first slaves were actually white. The first slaves were actually white. It was a 7-year deal. Most of the slavery in the world, up until this point, you worked for a certain amount of years. You were given your freedom. You were given something to start out with. And you were let go. It wasn't. Until the European slavery, where they say, look, the Arabs is still connected to Africa. You can make a run for it. If you can survive the desert, you can go home. When you were carried off to Europe, you don't know how to get back. You carried off to the New World, America. You don't know how to get back. You get carried to Spain. You don't know how to get back. They were like, you know what? These people can't go home. You said now we might be getting somewhere. The jobs currently, especially when you figure in Texas, we just modern slaves now. Are we really being given a fair wage? No, we not. But we giving our freedom. You know, I couldn't imagine being in jail. Now, we all say that, but human beings can adjust. And well, some people commit suicide, but most people adjust to it. You might have to fight. You might have to be, somebody's slave in the cell. You might have to wash some drawers, depending on how good you fight. But you adjust and you make it. But being told when to wake up, being told when you can shower, being told when you can eat, being told when you can have rec time, being told when you can watch TV. Something as simple as watching TV. That's a little taste of what slavery is like. If you've been locked up and you had somebody looking up your butt, making sure that you ain't bringing no contraband in, looking under your balls and stuff, you get a little taste of what slavery was like. A little taste. But see, the difference is, no matter how bad they might treat you in jail, You got a fingerprint. You got a mugshot. There's a record of you being there. If you come up missing, somebody gonna come looking. Back then, you ain't had no protection. They just wanted to kill you. They can kill you and throw you in the damn ocean. You can put somebody in a hole. You might even can have the guards get the batons and beat you. But very seldom will it kill you. Go in slavery, yeah. Kill them, go buy me and open them all. Tommy says for sure, I've been to, and I really don't want to return to jail. I think that's a problem too. You say we had freedom, but I was in jail because I possessed plant matter created by nature. You didn't have to have that plant matter. You chose it. Whether it was weed or cocaine or whatever it was, you didn't need it. You chose it. You didn't need it. You wasn't going to die if you didn't get it. You wasn't going to die if you didn't sell it. That's a choice. You chose. To do that. But you could be a young person just walking through the forest and they come out there and throw a net on you and put you in chains and throw you in the bottom of a ship, and you gotta spend 40 days, 50 days on a ship down there with everybody pooping and pissing on each other, underarms and feet humming, no air conditioning, no heat. And then you land and you're sold like you're an animal. They didn't have a choice. You had a choice. That's the difference. You had a choice. You know? You said there are many things we don't need, but we still have because we want. Yeah, but you got to pay the piper. Every young boy that's out here on the corner, they see the older drug dealers get locked up or shot. They still out there on the corner anyway. It's their choice. You can go talk to them all day. They ain't gonna pay you no mind. They doing what they want to do. That's the problem. They doing what they want to do. You ain't gonna talk them out of it. It's what they want. They see mom and dad working, struggling. They say, I don't want to do that. I want to take the easy way. The easy way got consequences. Everybody want to play the game, but nobody want to ante up when the game play them. Because eventually the game gonna win. Unless you lucky enough to get out before you get caught. And when I say get caught, I mean get caught by a bullet or get caught by the law. You're going to get caught. Very few make it their whole life doing crime. People want to talk about how good the mob was. The majority of the mobsters wind up in cement at the bottom of the river. or they die in jail. Because for some reason, men want to give their women and children things they can't afford. That's how you judge in today's society. By what you can afford to give somebody. That's your value. That ain't your value. Your value is to teach your kids how to live a nice, long, productive life and to have that life better. Not with more things, but better quality. You know how many babies don't know their father? Because they're going to be in jail most of their childhood. But when they were little babies, they had the nice little Jordan tennis shoes. They had the nice little clothes, Reebok clothes and everything. You think they remember that? When Dad was around before he got killed or locked up? Do you think the child wouldn't rather have Dad around? We convince ourselves that we need to give our children a bunch of things. One of the cruelest things that we do is daycare. Our children are supposed to be our greatest asset. And we go to work and let strangers raise them. And then when you find out the children being beat, or you find out they being molested, they supposed to be home with the mom. The mom is the teacher. The mom is a child's first teacher, not a worker. But we were talking about slavery. Do you know who had the most power on the plantation? Next to the master and the family and the overseers. The highest rank a slave could get was the mammy. The mammy was the highest rank you could get. You know why? Because the mammy raised the children. They raised the children. So the old plantation owners would die off. And those children knew the mammy better than they knew their own parents. Because the mammy the one that took care of them. Them old women had more power than anybody. They could tell somebody, hey, stop whipping him. They could vouch for you. We give our children over to somebody else to raise. And then we wonder why they not like us. They don't think like us. They don't behave like us. They're not being raised by us. You get off work, you go pick them up. from the daycare. They done spent the whole day with somebody else. You bring them home, you feed them, and put them to bed. Get up in the morning, take them right back to the damn daycare. Who raising your child? It ain't you. Who raising your child? All you doing is feeding them and putting them to bed. You get up in the morning, you wash them up, you clothe them, feed them, throw them in the car, drop them off. You said children are the future. I think homeschool would be the best option. It's too bad it's not more normal. The homeschooling is not as important as the mother being in the home. Because there ain't no school on Friday and Saturday. There ain't no school during the breaks. They be home with the mother. The mother's job is to teach them morals and values. If they being raised by strangers, they don't pick up their parents' morals and values. They pick up the values of the people taking care of them. And you get a rift because when they at the daycare center, they might get do something. When they're at home, they can't do something. Now, they don't want to be at home because they can't do nothing. They get away with a lot more in the daycare than they do when they're home. So you telling them, I don't want you to do that. I do that all day. What are you talking about? When I can't do it? I do it all day. Where you at? While you out there doing whatever you're doing, this is what I'm doing. We have that rift, whereas we don't have that connection with our children. People at the daycare center got the connection with the children. As somebody that used to deliver people, I deliver people, furniture, products, medicine, patients. I've seen butlers and maids and babysitters have more control over the children than parents do. When I used to drive around, children, I hated when they was with their parents. The richer they were, the more the parents couldn't control the child. Child would be a hot mess. The parents don't discipline them. The parents don't deal with them. They just there. They come in and out. I just found it strange that a stranger can control your child better than the parents can. My mother was a school teacher, and I used to work in her classroom as an aide. I can tell you, as an aide, I had better control of the children than their own parents did. Because the children spent from 9 to 3 in our face. They walk home, and the parents come home at 6 or 7, and they might see them for an hour and a half and get put to bed. Get up in the morning and see them for an hour, and then they send them back to us. I've seen children throw a tantrum, and the parents couldn't do nothing with them. They were looking embarrassed. And you walk over there and look at them, and they stop. Because they know you, they respect you. Do I have children of my own? I had a little girl, but she only lived 40 days. But every woman I've dated, except for one, had children. And my stamp is on those children. No matter where they are, I had an impact on their life. You don't have to have children to make an impact on children, which is the point that I've been making. A lot of the time, those daycare workers, those nannies, those babysitters, have more of an impact on your child's life than the parent do. Tommy says, right, my mom had to work shifts at all times. I often did not even see her. Now see, I was fortunate. My mother stayed at home until we got to middle school. Then she went to college and started working. You said you have one daughter yourself. She now has 2 children of her own. My mother was there every day. When we came home from school, she was there every day. We were not latchkey kids. Even though we didn't have a lot of money. And this is the key. We didn't have a lot, but we had enough. It wasn't nothing great, but we had enough. We went and did things together. We watched TV together. We hung around and cracked jokes together. We were together. It wasn't you here, you there, I'm back here, you upstairs. Where's Joni at? I don't know. She in there somewhere. I don't know nothing about that child or what she doing there. And then you wonder why Joni come home with a little child. You wonder why you going down to the jail to get little Jeremy. Because you don't know what they doing. But as long as nobody coming to you and saying, hey, stop doing what you doing and come deal with this, you good. I don't know what they doing, but there ain't no police here. The teacher ain't calling. School ain't calling. I'm good. Neighbors ain't complaining. I'm good. I don't care what they doing. As long as I ain't being harassed. So if your children are harassment, they're a burden, why you have them? You said you also had enough, but government cheese was a part of your life. Hey, I can tell you, I couldn't stand government cheese, but we ate it. I can tell you right now, it's been a couple times I had to go down to the church and get a box from the church. And they give you a box full of stuff, and you can only eat 4 things out of there. The rest of it just sat in your cabinet for years. But you know what? If that's what you can get, you get it. But you try to do better, so you don't have to get it next time. You hope to never get it again. I hate riding the bus. That's why I get on that e-bike every day. But I can ride the bus for free. I don't want to get on it. I can get the mobility bus. I don't want to sit on a bus with a bunch of crippled, half-dead people. I'm better than that. That's why I get on that bike. Mobility scooter right here. I can sit in this thing and never move a muscle. All I gotta do is go from the bed to the seat. That's all I gotta do. Go from the bed to this chair right here. And let this motor carry me around. I ain't gotta do nothing. And you know what? £320 versus $265. What do you want? Y'all hear me breathing, pushing that bike around. How would I breathe sitting in that damn chair? Every time I see somebody in one of them chairs, I think they dying. Because they ain't doing nothing. They just sitting in the damn chair, rotting away, just rotting, melting, just disintegrating before your eyes. Get up and move. Do something. I'd be so embarrassed. Now, I was letting the people on the show tell me, you know, when we had the other bike, I sold it to the guy over here. The first bike it's right there. Y'all see it? It's right there. I sold the bike to that guy. All we got was flat tires on that bike. It only cost $30 to fix it. It only cost $30 to fix it. You know the people, my supposed followers, kept saying, well, why don't you get in the mobility scooter? Them tires don't go flat. Look, I got half the money. Can somebody help me get the tire fixed? Nah. Why don't you get in the mobility scooter? Stop asking us for money. I'm entertaining y'all. I'm riding around for y'all. We don't want to put nothing up. Get in the mobility scooter. They fake tires. Fake tires don't go flat. They fake tires. They not real tires like these. They fake tires. They don't go flat. Why don't you ride this? It took a Tina B. It took a No Night by Cash. It took a Chung Lee Memes. To say he's trying. Let me help him out. You know, the healthcare company wouldn't pay the $50, what do you call it? What do you call that fee when you go to the doctors and they make you pay money up front? They wouldn't pay that fee. I needed to get my contact lenses. All the people that was watching me at the time, it took somebody, yeah, copay. It took somebody who I was actually in a roast battle with. They put the money up. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to see for a month. But the people that's rocking with me every day wouldn't put up a coin. You know, when I fell out in the market, I started taking my health more seriously. You figure I would get support. People out there were mad. I would be in the market, people would come in out the blue and be like, hey, which sugar stuff he buying now? What is he buying that ain't good for him now? What is he, without even seeing what I had. They was already coming in. Then when I show them what's in the cart, they get mad and leave. So you basically came by to make fun of me. You basically came by to get some attention from the other people in the chat. Because when they saw that I was doing better, they left. They saw the weight drop. They got mad and left. And it all coincided with me finally getting the housing. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Because now, they couldn't make fun of me anymore. That's the reason that nobody come by anymore. I didn't do nothing to them. I'm still doing the same thing I've been doing. In their mind, they thought I needed them, but in reality, they didn't come through when I did need them. Now I don't need them. And they know it. And that's why they don't come by them. But they still watch the show though. But they don't come by and say nothing. But when they thought that I was down and out, I was cool. But now that I'm doing all right, now, you know, I'm bad. Now I'm cocky. Look at them buying all that stuff. Look at him. Look at him. He think he on that. Well, when I didn't have nothing, you look down on me. And now that I got something, you just found another way to look down on me. Ain't nothing changed. I'm just eating better. I'm living better. I'm dressing better. Only thing that changed. Ain't nothing no different. Tommy says I'm here because I think you're a good conversation, my friend. I like how you respond to the chatter. That's why I think it's fun. Because unlike the majority of the people that have a YouTube show, I'm doing it because I want to. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. I'm not doing it for money. I don't do it for views. I don't do it for attention. There are some days we do the mobile live, there ain't nobody here, Tommy. You think I get mad? I act like there's 100 people watching. It's keeping me alive. Me sitting in this daggone chair with my sleep disorder, I can fall asleep and wake up with my throat slit. You can't do that on the bike. You can't relax. You can't. There are some days I stay up 29, 30 hours straight. Straight. Now when I ride that bike, I've been doing good over the past 15 days. We've been out 13 out of the past 15 days. But see, it took the accident. That's how I know the devil threw me off that bike. It took the accident for me to slip back. After the accident, we only came out twice in a month. We were going out every other day. Weight went up. Everything went up. My face still ain't healed. But you know what? We went to the doctors. They said your sugar is 323. I've gotten it as low as 135. Getting back to where we was. They said I was 280. I'm hovering between 265 and 270. This only been over the past 2 weeks. Now that we healed, the bruises are healing. And we getting back to it. Why did I buy the new clothes? To give me a reason to get outside and ride around. Yeah, I got into a bike accident 2 months ago. I got thrown off at 24 miles per hour. We were flying down Howard Street, and the back tire slipped into the sewer hole. And the chain got knocked behind the spinning thing, which sent the bike up in the air. And I landed face first. I was bleeding all the way down. Messed up my front teeth. I got up, fixed the bike, got on it, and came home. Stayed in for about a month and recovered. I got stuff delivered. Amazon Fresh, brought the stuff to the door. And that's where the weight gain came from. Once we healed up, we got right back to business. I know the devil saying, Dawn, I had him on the ropes. He ain't gave me the old okie doke. He getting back the way he was. You know, when we first moved here, I got down to 245 pounds. So even though we wasn't going anywhere, we wasn't getting that exercise, I was laying in the bed healing up. We only hit 280. Eating right and not being able to exercise, we still didn't hit the 320 that we did when we rode this. We came nowhere near the 320. So even though we wasn't getting the exercise from riding the bike, we still didn't pick up the weight gain. Laying in the bed, only getting up to go to the bathroom, we still didn't pick up the weight gain that we got from sitting on our butt all day with that daggone mobility scooter. You know what, Tommy? There's a lot of things that's wrong with me, but I don't like to show it. There's a lot of things that's wrong. I don't like to show it. People are surprised. But this is what I mean when I say, are you your brother's keeper? You know how many people look at me and see me come out there and jump on that bike that want to do it themselves? They won't admit it, but you can see it in their eyes. They want it. They want to do it too. I'm an example. I'm an example. I was downstairs talking, and I told the guy about how, you know, I got a 100-inch screen, and I can control it wirelessly, and how I got the video game. And I told him, you know, I was a Sega man, and he was like, "Oh, them old games," and I'm like, "Sir, I can lay down and play my game." Can you lay down and play your game? He was like, "No." But I got an Xbox. I'm looking at him like, all I gotta do is hit one switch and go between TV, PC, or a video game. I hit one switch, pick up the remote, and lay down and play my game. I've done live streams where I'm playing the video game. I set the phone up in front of the screen, and I'm laying down playing the video game. I've done live streams where I show you the video of me riding the bike in 360. I'm laying in the bed. I'm not even on the screen. I'm just laying back chilling. Got my drink, got my food, and I'm just working the mouse. It's hard to go back. You know, I got the TV on the desk, and When we not doing a live stream, I have it sideways so it don't cut into the screen. The only way I can watch that TV now is to sit in front of it. I can't watch that thing walk across the room. And it's not no rush, but I want a 4K laser projector. Tommy says I got to run, my friend. I've got to go get food. It was nice to catch up some with you. I hope to catch you again soon. Thank you. I'll be on later on tonight, probably around 7 o'clock. I'll show the video, and I'll show the video. Maybe advertise the bikes. We're looking for one person to buy a bike so they can send me one. But like I said, you know, I got 2 bikes, so I ain't sweating it. It'd be nice to show y'all something different, but I'm good. My bikes do what I need to do. It'd be nice to get a climber and get that big battery and be able to go farther. But, hey, you know, here's what it is. Some of you say, well, why don't you just buy it? Well, I got 2 bikes. Well, I really don't need another bike. It's not for me. It's for me to get y'all more content. It ain't for me. I got a bike. It does just fine. Videos are up to prove it. You said 7 p.m. I'll try to look for your piece, brother. Yeah, I'll probably be on around 7. I'm gonna go ahead and put that steak I showed y'all. I'm gonna put that in the microwave. And I figured out those Boston creams that I like, they're not as bad as the glazed. The glazed donuts got the sugar. When I eat them Boston creams, my sugar don't go up much. When I eat them glazed, it shoot up. So I found out the secret. So I can have my Boston creams and still be decent. I can have my Boston creams and still put out a decent reading. So, all right, y'all, let me get out of here. I hope y'all have a great day. You see, it's beautiful out here. It is. There's the sun. The lights down here getting charged, so they're going to be nice and bright. They ain't have hardly no sun yesterday. So, all right, y'all have a great night. Thanks for watching, and we out. Peace, everybody. Well, one last look at the new shoes. Aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they gorgeous? All right, y'all, we out. Peace.